Ooh, you guys want to get rich? You guys want to retire by the age of 25 like my man Alex did? This is the podcast for you. My only regret is that I didn't get a chance to listen to it. It's too late for me, guys. I'm 40. Well, damn near 40. I'll be 40 here in a couple weeks. It's too late for me, but it's not too late for some of you young pups out there. Listen to some of Alex's words of wisdom, if you will. And also check out his charity that he's working for. It's called Operation Breakthrough. It's obviously here in Kansas City. Maybe not so obvious. And yeah, you can go to operationbreakthrough.org, and there's plenty of ways you can help. It's a really cool charity that's helping local kids. And we discussed that a little bit. This was a really fun episode. It was really cool to meet Alex and to kind of hear just how smart he is. And so here it is, episode 71, Alex Chang, retired at 25. Here we go. Enjoy, guys. I'm a little bit sick, a little under the weather, if you will, but ooh, these sweet, soft, dulcety tones of my voice when I'm sick. Ooh, I could do a little Barry White album here. My voice is never this deep. I'm rambling on. Without any further ado, Alex, here we go.
Welcome to the Inner Talk Podcast. We'll no topic is off limits. Now here's your host, my daddy, and Roy the Soul. Oh wait, one more thing for me. Thank you for coming to the Inner Talk Podcast. Boom, swat, boom.
I heard a click in 3, 2, 1. What's up, Alex?
How's it going?
It's going good. Before we started, we talked about Planet Fitness.
Yeah, we got right into it.
We did. And you were saying like I was saying I went in there on Saturday and they had a table full of pizzas.
Uh-huh.
And you were saying that's like their model to make it more fun.
Right.
Have you ever been to a Planet Fitness?
No, I read articles about their business model.
It's interesting. Do you go to any gym?
Yeah, I've been going to my girlfriend's work gym because I drop her off and then eat breakfast there.
Yeah.
But before that, I was working out at One Life downtown.
Nice.
And yeah, nothing better than going in on
So it's like a
a
legit-
Sunday. Yeah. And like that gym is always busy. Way
Yeah.
too many people all the time. And then, that's just stressful. You got to wait for shit. You got to, it's just, yeah, I'm totally with you. Like, I kind of want to hit the gym after lunch too.
I think Sundays are going to be the best, especially during football season in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Because no one wants to miss the Chiefs game.
And they got the TVs in there anyway. Well, I don't know about Planet Fitness.
Yeah, they got nothing but TVs.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So you can still watch the game.
Yeah. Yeah, the funny thing is they try to make Planet Fitness this fun, no judgment zone. Everyone's welcome.
Yeah.
But then there's like this, this is the first gym I've ever joined. So I've never been to a gym before. So, but I understand that there's gym culture.
Yeah, right.
Probably like in a gym like yours. Like what they would say a legit gym. There's like gym culture. And I think they try to, so I don't accept, I can get an idea what I think that means in my head. But they try to get rid of that at Planet Fitness. I think like they got this thing called a lunk alarm. If you're in there grunting away.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
Someone can hit
I remember
that.
hearing that.
Someone will hit that, I guess, and hey, man, watch your grunting or
You're
don't
going
be so
too
aggressive.
hard.
Yeah, this dude yesterday was doing it. Was going hard. He's like, and people started kind of looking at him. I don't care. He was going hard. And he was jacked. He was ripped. He was doing it. And I was like, I hope no one hits this lunk alarm. But then I kind of wanted to just to see what it's like. What happens.
Two people in uniforms just show up.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Yeah. But so they're trying to make this culture there at Planet Fitness, and I'm new to it. I've only been there going for a couple months, and it seems to me nobody in there is having fun.
Yeah, interesting.
Nobody.
Okay.
It's like nobody wants to look at each other. Like no one wants to look each other in the eye.
Really?
It just seems like everyone's in there just kind of.
How many groups of people do you see chatting?
Not very many. You'll see a couple chicks that will be like on the stair stepper.
Okay.
Or the treadmills next to each other, going at like a 2-mile-an-hour pace, and they'll just sit there talk the whole time.
Yeah.
But you don't see a whole lot of You just see a lot of
socializing.
Yeah, there's no socializing at all. So I'm saying, like, people just kind of keep their head down and go.
Yeah, no, the One Life, very opposite of that.
Really?
Actually. I mean, you still have lots of people just doing their thing in their headphones, yada, yada. But, like, frequent interactions all over the place, you know. Like, I don't know if it's because they have, like, 10 trainers there and they're doing group classes.
Oh,
and the group classes lead to, you know, just small talk, whatever. Or just since it's downtown, a lot of people, like, I would run into coworkers all the time, or, like, previous coworkers. And, you know, like, just catch up with people.
Okay.
It's like, oh, holy shit. You know, I haven't seen you since college. Now you're
wow.
working out here, you know, like, where you working, where you living. So that happens frequently, which maybe is some of the attraction of a gym like that, I guess.
It would be, yeah. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I joined it because I figured it would be less intimidating. I figured being a new person going to a gym like that is got to be pretty intimidating. Because I'll be honest, I was intimidated just going to Planet Fitness for the first time.
You look pretty ripped. I would think you're like a regular gym goer.
I stay in shape, but I don't like. I was doing a lot of running. Like, I can run for, I don't know. I could probably
that's just your
10
thing.
miles. I was a soccer player growing up, so
that makes sense.
like I'm a cardio guy, and I was doing. Michael Jordan was my hero at a very young age.
Okay.
And so I was doing plyometrics without knowing I was doing plyometrics since I was probably. Whenever, I don't know, maybe 4th, 5th, 6th grade, when I started really wanting to, like, emulate Jordan, just always jumping. Like, I would always, my goal was always to touch the ceiling, touch the next highest thing.
Really? Okay.
And then, until I could dunk. I was able to dunk in high school.
That's awesome. How tall are you?
5'10".
5'10". Damn.
White.
For the people that can't see you.
Right. Yeah. I'm not supposed to do that, right?
Yeah, like that movie.
So, like, I stay in shape that way, but I never was actually like a gym dude.
Okay. So it can be intimidating even for a fit dude that's just not used to going to the gym. I never really went to the gym a lot before One Life, so I had no clue. I was like, fuck, there's going to be all these people. But, you know, I think I was pretty good just staying in my own groove and, you know, just like, you know, I'm just doing my routine, right? Trying to build new habits. What inspired you to just start a membership and start going to the gym now?
Just stopped. Because I constantly say I need to get in shape. Like, I was running a lot, and then summer hit, and I don't want to run in the summertime. So it's just too hot. It's too hot here. I'm not running 10 miles in 110 degrees. It's not happening. Yeah. And so I started getting lazy, and then just getting out of my routine, and then I would just look at myself in the mirror with my shirt off and just be like, ugh.
Okay.
You know, I'm super skinny. Like, I look down at my arms. I'm like, oh, it's just one big twig. It's like, I don't like the way I look. I go, and then I got hunting seasons coming up, so I got to get in shape for that.
Really?
If I'm going to go a mile and a half back in the woods, and if I kill something, I got to drag that thing a mile and a half.
Okay. You don't want to be too bent out of shape afterwards.
Yeah, it's tough. It's not an easy. It's not an easy task to do when you're super out of shape. So just a lot of different things. Just sick of.
So you're doing the farmer's walk?
No, but I should start doing that.
Those exercises, right? Just take a long strip and just carry 2 like 80-pound dumbbells and.
I thought it was just one. On one side.
Oh, well, I guess there's variations
Probably,
of everything, right? I don't know, just one app or something I'm watching where it's like, no, you carry one on both arms, or ideally you even get like longer barbells too, you know, it's more balancy, and then if you go, you know, like you're 40 yards down and back, and then, you know, rest and down and back, like. That's like just one of the, you know, really good full body workout, but also I think for hunting, it's like that feels kind of like what it'd be hauling a deer.
Yeah, it would be kind of. It's a lot of drag.
I don't know. I've never hauled a deer. I've never.
I chop it up and put it in a backpack.
Okay.
And take it out that way.
Oh, damn. Okay.
That's the way to do it.
That's a big backpack, huh?
It is a big backpack. I would take my kids, like 3 or 4 year olds, stuff them in that thing and go for a hike.
Okay.
So that's like a good little workout.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know how we got on workout.
Planet Fitness.
Oh yeah, that's right. Planet Fitness. Nobody enjoys themselves there.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody smiles. I don't
Is
know.
the music good? Do they play it loud?
You know what's? Yeah, that's so funny. I didn't know there was music in there till like a week ago. Because I always go in there with my headphones already in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already in the mood because I park as far away as you can from the gym.
Oh, nice.
And then I walk there. You know, that's my little warm up with the headphones in. And then so I I'm already in my world. Yeah, I'm oblivious. Well, I got there last week and my headphones died halfway into my workout. I was like, okay. So I take them out. And I found myself nodding to the music that's going on. Yeah. And I'm like, holy shit, they got music going on in here. I had no idea they had music.
Yeah.
And it's fine. I don't know. It's
just good popular music.
Yeah. Not like any Pantera or heavy metal or hardcore hip hop. It's just stuff that everyone is going to be, not make us think about, I guess.
That's good.
So I found you on Bumble Biz,
mm-hmm.
as I do with some of my guests. And I know very little about you, but it looked cool. You had some cool pictures on there. But obviously the intriguing thing was you're 25 and you're retired.
26 now.
Now you're 26. Better update that file. You catfish.
Yeah.
So 26 and retired.
Yeah. Well, so I retired for a year. I kind of came out of retirement. It was really just reading a lot about the financially independent, retire early, FIRE movement. Because somebody else, I don't know if it was like LinkedIn or BumbleBiz, was like, oh, you part of the FIRE movement. I was like, I have no clue what that is. And this is like, that concept where you're living minimally, right? And then just, for a lot of them, it's running calculations on just a lump sum. So having $2 million in the bank, but you can retire at 40 if you're living on 20 grand a year.
Okay.
And
that seems hard to do.
Right. And so, it's just like, yeah, I couldn't support a family on this, but what I did, I just bought real estate right out of college, flipped it, sold it, made a good chunk, got a house in West Plaza where I'm now, and turned it into an Airbnb.
Oh, cool.
And then I'm renting it out right now. Actually, it's rented out pretty much every weekend.
Wow.
Yeah, about $300 a night.
Damn.
I can net anywhere from $2,500 to $3,600 a month. That's gross. My expenses are pretty low. Whenever I did it, I was a single dude. Now I'm dating a girl, but still unmarried.
So your expenses have gone up?
Just a little. Yeah, she's actually pretty good about being frugal too. And that's actually what I mentioned. I froze my gym membership because I can start working out at her place. Because she's got a nice gym. She's a scientist, actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so like they've got really nice
friends?
Scientist I think
friends?
Probably a lot.
Single scientist friends, female?
Yeah.
Send them my way.
They're all, I think, very introverted, or maybe not all, but most of them.
Me too.
Okay, that could be interesting. Maybe your next podcast guest.
Yeah.
So their gym is actually very, very frequently empty, and so
nice.
I like that. They keep their facilities nice and clean. You got towel service, not as many like machines or areas, but and you're not gonna run into. I'm not gonna run into my old coworkers there. But,
right.
It's free, right? And then
can't beat free.
Yeah, and her cafeteria sells meals. I think you might appreciate, like, meals that their kitchen makes. They have kind of organic vegetable, like all that healthy stuff. They're local farmer suppliers. And they only charge, like, $3. I can get, like, a fresh, like, made omelet with, meat and peppers, onions.
You cannot ever break up with this chick.
I was like, this is a trap. It's a trap.
It is.
Like,
you're too invested in this.
It's better than doing groceries and doing dishes and
but now she's got the upper hand. Don't let her listen to this.
Right. Well, and now I'm crashing at her apartment. I'm basically living at her apartment when my place is booked out on Airbnb, right?
So that's how you're retired.
And
she's just squatting in other people's properties. Go on. I'm learning.
I know. I went there because my parents also live in Lee Summit, and so I was like, I could go hang out with my parents and my younger brother, just hang out in the basement with him and play video games and chill.
Yeah.
When that was my original plan when my place was booked out on Airbnb, and then I started dating this girl, and I was like, oh shoot, I can crash at your place this weekend, and then started staying over longer. Then my place would sometimes be booked like almost 2 weeks at a time, and by that point, we were already pretty comfortable with each other, kind of spending that amount of time with each other. So it was like, let's see what it'd be like living together for 2
Oh
weeks.
my gosh.
So the Airbnb kind of accelerated that timeline, and
You're flirting with some danger, just so you know.
I mean,
As a man with an older gentleman that's got a little bit more experience.
Yeah, I imagine.
You've got a lot of shit figured out. I can tell. You're way better than me financially and a lot of ways. I can tell. However, I got you here. You're flirting. You are flirting, sir. You're just flirting with a certain.
I
line
know.
of
So many
danger.
things are,
But it's okay.
stacked on top of each other, right? It's a very precarious stack. If one thing falls. But no, it's good. It's fun. I think things are working out right now, really well. I always joke, right? Like, okay, so if I didn't have my parents and I didn't have a girlfriend that lived, she also lives, by the way, in West Plaza, just like a half block away from me. So
there you go.
It's just like, it's too
it's
much
a match
of a trap.
made in heaven. Yeah. Look at this.
Fun fact. I'm just detouring here because I want to share it.
Please do.
The place she works at is a research institute that was actually a converted hospital that I was born at.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Yeah, just a side note, I was like, crazy coincidence.
Right.
But shoot, what was I saying? I
It
was saying
was
something
destined.
about
It was destined to happen.
the precarious stack, right? My backup plan for retiring early. Like, I had a friend go teach English in Thailand, and she's telling me meals, it's like $3 a day, right?
Wow.
She's staying at her hostel on the beach for $6 a day.
Oh, man.
And so I'm kind of thinking, if I ran my monthly expenses there, I could live off of $500-$600 if I wanted to, right? Live on the beach in a hostel and just
Paradise.
live off of my past, right? Then I would have to outsource my Airbnb, which I've already, I have enough real estate connections. They know cleaners.
Sure.
I've negotiated. It's like they could do $50 a cleaning if I guaranteed them 5 cleanings a month. I was like, I could definitely do that. Then move to Thailand, right? And then just live on the beach. Pay all my bills in the U.S., export U.S. dollars,
right.
And then now just live off of that because it converts so much better. And then my girlfriend, she's from Indonesia, actually, and so she talks about the same thing. So I was like, shoot, I could just go to Indonesia or any of these, kind of Southeastern Asian countries that have a really low cost of living. So it's taking that FIRE principle of like living on $20,000 and like I could shrink that even more and just buy a one-way ticket and be on a beach in a foreign country. And then instead of having a lump sum of money, because I'm not cash rich, I just have the assets because all my debt is in this house. So if the Airbnb economy goes down, that's kind of a jeopardizing factor as well. But then, just have this bankroll me in perpetuity as long as the plaza is always popular. I'm going to always have that.
Kansas City's popping.
That's what I'm
City
seeing.
is popping. I've been here for a long time. And my mom was recently visiting in town, and I took her down a bunch downtown. We went, we did all kinds of things. We went down to just Crossroads and River Market, Plaza, Power and Light, everything. We did it all.
Mm-hmm.
And 15 years ago, you couldn't do that. 10 years ago, you couldn't really do that.
Yeah.
It was a ghost town before the Sprint Center got down there. I mean, it's just really, I don't know. It's a positive. So yeah, I see good things for the Airbnb. However, I don't know shit. I'm an idiot. But I hear smart people say, at least a few certain smart people say that there is a recession coming up.
Oh yeah.
They see.
It's my favorite topic.
Yeah, is it?
I'm like a finance nerd. I went to UMKC for finance, and so I totally nerd out on because I also, while I was retired, right? Like I was just like coasting on Airbnb money, unemployed, just kind of, hey, financial advising seems like interesting job career path, right? It's like they're mostly making commission, but I was like, I don't really care because I've got the Airbnb stuff, and a lot of people are kind of asking me about real estate strategies, financial advice.
Okay.
And then so even like getting their perspective, like hearing people on Wall Street say, I mean, they've been saying it since 2018, late 2018 is when they're calling, like all the big banks were calling early 2020, you know. But I'm just trying to think of like what the trigger is, right? Because in '08 we had toxic mortgages.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have a bunch of student debt, but nothing triggers, right? Like when you foreclose on a house, you lose your place of living. You go to someplace else that has higher rent. You lose your job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all that stuff. In this impending recession, right? Kind of like thinking what's the trigger. So definitely nerd out for like 3 hours on when I think the next recession could be. Because honestly, you know, if you think about it following presidential cycles and, you know, like Trump probably in this, you know, country of incumbents is going to win like the next election.
I don't see him losing. No. I don't see him losing.
Yeah, I don't see him losing. Yeah. No strong.
Not with the economy like it is.
Right. No strong. And I mean, it's just like, I don't know what the stat is, like 90% of presidents get reelected.
Right.
You know, it's just like, it's just absurd how often, and even that's same thing with all elected positions, right? Like incumbents win. But I could really posture, you know, 2024 might be, you know, or maybe the year preceding that, shit really starts to hit the fan.
Mm-hmm.
We start having trade wars, more, you know, more stuff in the Middle East, all that going on. But two things, I guess. So recession affecting my Airbnb, you know, I guess that's kind of why I'm thinking on the plaza. You know, there's always going to be rich people. You know, the people coming in town are traveling to see the Chiefs play, or traveling for a bachelor party, bachelorette party, or like girls shopping weekend on the plaza. And, you know, the plaza made it through '08, you know, because there's always going to be...
there's always rich people.
There's always rich people.
Go to the plaza.
And where do the rich people in KC go, right? So I'm just thinking, what's the most insulated bubble, like, you know, my own little bubble away from the recession, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, so either what stocks would avoid a recession. Like people are very, very bearish on stocks, equities. And I think there's a handful of them that are actually, it's like winner take all economy, right? Or someone else put it better, winner take most. So investing in the tech stocks that, like, you know, the Facebooks, the Googles, that just even in a recession, they're going to still make ad money. They own 90% of the digital ad space, right? That's not going away in a recession. That's just getting more competitive because that's where the highest margin is. So I don't think my Airbnb will really be. I also think, honestly, there's still so much room to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Hotels are still around. I'm competing against the hotels. I think the hotels will lose business before I do. They just built a new Fairfield Marriott like 3 blocks from my house. I was like, do I feel bad about this or good about this?
Yeah.
You know, like, is it just more cheap lodging, or is it, right? Bachelor parties don't want to book 4 rooms in a
They'd
hotel.
rather have a house. Yeah.
Right. And like, my house is dope. Like, it's got a huge front patio, you know, covered back patio. I bought a 70-inch 4K to put in the living room.
Oh, wow.
You know, tax deductible, right?
Yeah.
But just for the Airbnb. I think my Airbnb can be more resilient to that. I honestly think if I did, like, I'm getting, like, thinking about getting a second apartment, right? So the situation's not as...
Insurance.
My own, yeah. Plus, I also just don't like having to clean up all my stuff and then I lock it all up in one room and then leave the rest of the house for the Airbnb.
Yeah.
Right. But I was like, I kind of just want a place where I can leave a little bit messy.
Little man cave.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, my office is kind
thing.
of a man cave, but it
like
also has
getaway
too much stuff. Yeah, getaway man cave. I don't know. If like because, you know, if my side income, all my side hustles.
Side pieces.
Side pieces. Not quite. No, just the mortgage business. Also, you know, part-time selling life insurance still, because when I went and got the financial advisor position, like they're all licensed life insurance salesmen. You have your, you know, life and health license. So I can still do that. And then if I make enough side income, right, then I can either get more Airbnbs in other cities. So
why other cities and why not all here?
Maybe it's like not all your eggs in one basket.
I think this is a good basket, though.
Sure. But I also, I guess this is less financial and more just I just like traveling. So
Okay.
like having a second place in Denver. So it's like, hey, if I'm going to be there this weekend,
Okay.
I just block it off, and then the rest of
Why not just rent a B&B, Airbnb when you go out there?
because then somebody else is making money.
Yeah.
But like if I buy an
gotcha.
Airbnb in Denver, it could pay for itself, right? So
I
it's like
gotcha.
so I'm saving the money every trip, but I'm also like building an asset because I'm also like I'm bullish on KC, but I'm bullish on Denver still. Like there's
plenty of
it's
places to be
hot.
bullish on.
It's hot, but yeah, like there's
Gotcha.
opportunity everywhere, and so like when people talk about the recession, right, kind of the second part of it, first just was like really there's so many things the internet's changing the way our economy's changing.
Oh yeah.
Like I try to get out of the trap of saying, oh, this time is different. Like, historians will say every economist says like this time is different, and for every new bull, hot rise up, and then it always comes back down, right? The boom and bust cycle of businesses. But like this could be a prolonged 20-year growth period because technology is revamping the scale that we can do everything, right? Like we're doing a podcast right now and reaching potentially millions of people in a world where 50 years ago, the cost to do that, the distribution costs, were astronomical. So when you think about how you can benefit on Airbnb and that taking market share from the hotels, like sure, like business might go down a little or it might go up. Like, Marriott built that hotel maybe because they just see all the big data showing that people are flocking to KC more and more at a faster rate. It makes sense for us to invest more money to build a brand new hotel. And
I see these new hotels getting built. I'm like, wow, like there's that many people coming that are just, staying here,
wanting to like tourism, right? Like you wouldn't think of KC as like a tourist spot because tourism
not from anywhere far away.
Yeah.
You think of like Oklahoma City, Omaha, St. Louis.
No, I get a lot of guests from those areas as well. Yeah.
But I don't think of someone from like
New York,
Boston,
big cities. Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe some Dallas people.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think, or Chicago. People that have left KC that still have roots here.
Sure,
There's a lot of that back too. As far as just strictly tourism, no family.
I think a lot of it's got to be business. I think because the business side is Google's here, or not Google, but we got Google Fiber, which brought a lot of businesses here and did a lot of things for the community. And Google's talked about being here. Elon Musk was talking about doing that Hyperloop from here to St. Louis. That'd be dope.
Yeah. Well, now Richard Branson too, right? Has I think like Hyperloop 1.
Oh, really? I didn't know he had something.
Yeah, they're
good. More competition. Bring it on.
I think he's actually the one talking with the city right now about, and the state of Missouri, everything about actually doing the KC to St. Louis.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah. Pretty. I mean, they're bringing the model here to Kansas City, like I think this weekend, actually.
Really?
Or it's like soon. It's they're bringing it's kind of like just a prototype pod. Yeah, that they're gonna put above ground, just let people see what it looks like.
Have you seen it?
No, just pictures.
Oh, you've seen pictures?
Yeah, I kind of glanced at. I think they're in the article. I really was skimming through, but I'm pretty sure that's coming to KC soon. They said of all the meetings that they've done, all the cities and the possible projects, KC was the only one that did like an environmental sustainability impact report, which is pretty standard on a lot of construction projects. But it takes a lot of time and a lot of money to build this report because you have to look at, what would it actually take to demolish that much, road from how do you get there, right? What
was underground, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I think you're just so much construction.
I know it would be such an insane
undertaking. And there's so many factors you'd have to plan for, right? And so like KC put a lot of, KC and I imagine St. Louis and the state of Missouri put a lot of resources into like, hey, we're serious about this. This makes a lot of economics because Mizzou would be in the middle of that too, and so like it's just
it makes a lot of sense.
And if that happens, right, it's like.
Then we can
what
be the
recession?
hub.
What recession? Like we're gonna have St. Louis and KC. You could live in KC and
I know.
work in St. Louis, or vice versa. Meet people from St.
I
Louis
could live in
one
St.
day.
Louis. I like St. Louis.
I went when I was a kid, but
It's a cool town, man.
not when I was drinking age, which seems to have changed my opinion on
A lot of places.
a lot of even Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some good spots in Kansas City you like?
Shoot,
What do you do?
Go to-
What do you do? What do you like to do for fun? I mean, you're
go
retired.
to a lot of
you're young.
concerts.
Concerts?
Yeah.
What kind of music you like?
Yeah, I've been getting into EDM a lot.
Okay.
Really getting into the electronic music scene. I think just the concert atmosphere.
It seems fun. I've never been.
So I have another friend. He's kind of asking me too. He's like, I've never been, but curious. Like seeing pictures now, seeing videos, people posting. It's getting really popular. Like it's even.
I got some people that I can go with.
Yeah. No, I'll invite you the next time we go. And
Where are
they? Concerts, Midland, Truman.
Okay.
KC Power and Light now has them just in that middle stage.
What? Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal is a
Oh,
DJ.
yeah,
He
yeah,
came.
I saw that.
Yeah, he came. We were there.
Was that that like a real good EDM type party?
Oh yeah,
Really?
That was awesome. It was so good.
Really?
He had some opener. He actually had an opener that I saw in I've seen at Mosaic in Power and Light, Nitty Gritty, but I also, when I was in LA for my friend's bachelor party, we went and saw him, and he was the headliner of that show, right? He was the one that went on at the end of the night, and then he's over here opening for Shaq, and I thought we could get there like an hour late. Like, I don't know who the opener is, but I was like, I just want to see Nitty Gritty and Shaq. And then I was like, shoot, we missed Nitty Gritty.
Oh,
He was
wow.
the first person to go.
Wow,
But
okay.
then the people, the music's really awesome.
I like that music. When I listen to it, I get into it. I understand.
It gets
It's
you
not-
amped, and a lot of it, I don't know, less words, but more beats. And it's just like, I'm not like a lyric person. Like I joked for a long time, like Mr. Brightside, I could like sing all the lyrics, but not tell you what the song is
I
about.
gotcha. Nice.
That happens with a lot of songs. Or
Some
like,
people
I just know
like rhythm and bass.
yeah,
and just,
that's really. I'm thinking when I'm
the
listening to
production of it,
music,
yeah.
or like at the gym. But I'm always in my own thoughts. That's why I like rap music, but it's also really hard for me to focus on rap music.
I gotcha.
To be in for 3 full minutes on one song.
Right.
How did we get on that?
I don't know,
Shoot.
but I'm gonna hold you to your inviting me for next time you go to one. dude.
EDM. Yeah,
I would love to do
The
that.
people you
yeah.
meet are awesome. Everybody's friendly. We would like talk.
Of course, you're all rolling. Not you. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying.
There's a lot of people, definitely, that partake in
Sure.
a lot of
Extracurriculars of course.
that just make it an unreal experience.
I'm sure.
That, like, unlike anything else,
Yeah.
lets you totally kind of like forget about the real world for a couple hours. And
Who doesn't need that? you know?
right, just kind of like blow off some steam. And so I kind of like go out less to drink now. I used to would go to like Hopcow, when you asked about places to go to,
Right.
up down. But now it's like, if I go out drinking, I really only want to do it on like concert nights.
Okay.
About go to like 2 concerts a month, and it's like just binge, right? And it's just like
Yeah.
I go to the concert, get fucked up,
Nice.
drink a bunch, and so now just like a normal night, like going to the bar, it's like, man, I just feel like I'm being unhealthy, and
Right.
I'm overspending, and I'd rather I'll just dump it into 2 nights a month and
Yeah.
get it out of my system. But no, you'll definitely have to come along. It's a great experience.
I'd love to. I'm a good time.
Friendly people. Everybody's so welcoming. Like, that's kind of what I noticed immediately.
I fuck on the first
When I-
date, so be prepared.
Hey, that'll be the right scene for you, man. That'll be the right scene for you.
Yeah, I'd be into that. Yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah. I think I'm trying to bring this other, one of my friends' friends, and he's like a little. I think he's actually close to your age.
Holla at your boy. We're
yeah,
old,
and
those old guys can get down. We're from that party that started this shit, man.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, let me know, because I think a lot of people should just experience it just to see what it's like.
I've been finding people. So I'll be 40 next month. I graduated high school in '98, and I've noticed people my age-ish, like that graduated in the mid '90s to 2000-ish,
Mm-hmm.
we didn't really ever grow up. We still think we're like in that age of like, maybe not all of us, but a lot of people that I know we're in that age of like, we're still cool. We can still party with whoever. Like we started this shit.
Get that
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're not judgmental. We might be stuck in our ways with some certain things, but mostly we don't care. We just want to have a good time, and we still want to be like we're still young and we can still do shit.
No, that's awesome. I feel like I have a lot of older friends. Honestly, I was 24 when I first started getting into it. It was just 2 years ago. And it was like my older friends that are like 29, 30 that were like introducing me to it. I was just like, okay, I'm cool. I'm down. And yeah, you see people of all ages. Like you see some, I mean, not like very senior, but like way older than you know, at these raves.
Sure.
Like, not very many, but you know, like you get everything from the 18-year-olds to like to like the 50-year-olds.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, all walks of life, man.
So when you first were saying you were retired and just kind of free, I guess, what kind of stuff were you like? If you got nothing but free time and money,
yeah. Well,
what are you getting into? Like,
So I was like traveling for concerts, you know, going to like. I have a friend from high school who lives in Denver, and so like I just go to Denver all the time. You know,
Red Rocks or something.
Yeah. You know, went saw Marshmello at Red Rocks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was back in like 2016 with Big Gigantic, and that was probably one of the best concerts I've ever been to. Like, and that was it.
I don't know who that is. I know Marshmello.
Big Gigantics is cool. They're one of my favorites just because they have like live saxophone.
Oh,
and, like,
cool.
That's a
cool element.
Yeah. There's a couple people that like Grizz that do more of the, I don't know if jazzy.
I've heard of Grizz.
Yeah, they get a little bit more jazzy on you. I just like the live instrumentals. There's a lot of DJs that don't do any live instrumentals.
I love live instrumentals. Yeah, I love live. Yeah, live instrumentals and live performance.
Yeah, that's why I'm so addicted to concerts right now. I've just been like.
But I like when they're really doing it. I don't like when they're up there. You have a problem. This is real prevalent in the hip hop world, and I'm a hip hop head.
Yeah,
I love that's my favorite world. But it's real prevalent is them rapping over their lyrics. Like they'll play the CD and then rap along with it.
Oh, okay. Because if it was just them, then it would sound terrible.
And they all have their own reasonings.
Yeah.
Sometimes they say because they have too many songs and they can't remember all their songs. Some of it is like if they're a chopper, you know what a chopper is? Real fast, like like Tech 9.
Okay.
How he gets super fast.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just too fast, and if I'm out of breath, like it's not gonna sound as good, and I can't do it. I'm like, well, then maybe you just need to work on your chopper game. I don't know.
Yeah. You just practice your craft more.
Yeah,
I
don't know. But they all justify. They all have their reasonings.
Right.
One guy made fun of me. He's like, man, he goes, this ain't the 90s anymore. I was like, what does that have to do with anything?
What does that mean? Yeah.
But I mean, even the old school. Like I went to Snoop Dogg.
Okay. Cool.
It was a long time ago, maybe eight years ago, and he did the same thing. He had his lyrics going, and he phoned it in. Like sometimes he wouldn't even like, you could tell he just had the mic down and wasn't even rapping, but you could hear him going. It's like it's just disappointing. I mean that's something I appreciate more with like the rock and roll world is they all tend to play their shit.
Yeah. Who's your favorite rock and roll performer you've seen?
Oh, 311.
I don't even know who that is. Is that terrible?
Wow.
311.
Wow, that's crazy. No, I mean it's not crazy.
I also
guess.
know less like American music than most people because like growing up, it would either be 98.1 radio.
Okay.
So it's like Cats in the Cradle or like some Billy Joel, like some of that stuff. But like not a lot of classic, American rock.
311's alternative from the 90s, but they're still together and they're still making music.
Okay.
And I think you would like it. If you're saying
like
you kind of
like
if you like jazz and kind of not that they I have to turn you on to a couple things cuz they're phenomenal live. Cool. They put on one hell of a show and they come to Kansas City all the time, like once a year, maybe twice a year sometimes. They're here often. And they're a big band. They're
311.
They're from Omaha.
Okay.
I mean, that's where. Well, I mean, they started out there way in the early '90s.
Yeah.
Now they're in LA, and they're
big.
They're big.
Big
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
From the Midwest, now big time.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. So what were you doing with all your free time other than concerts?
Honestly, a lot of video games.
A lot of
Like
video
too
games?
many. Yeah, like
That's such an easy
Fortnite.
trap, isn't it?
Yeah, Fortnite
Oh,
was
I
coming
love me
out.
some
So
Fortnite.
yeah,
I
I have
used
like
to.
a friggin' just.
I'm on Apex now.
Yeah, I fucking like Apex too. Are you on Xbox or PS4?
Xbox.
Fuck. Well, I'll have to add you in.
Oh,
We
nice.
can talk more.
Hell
then.
yeah.
No, I actually like Apex more
I
because
do
there's
too.
no building and I can't
Exactly.
keep up with
Yeah,
that.
yeah. You get some serious
yeah.
wizards on the building these
Yeah.
days. It's like, what's the point? You got to be good with a shotgun and up close and building. I'm good.
Yeah, no, I honestly, for a straight year, I was like, oh, it's cool. I can wake up like whenever. Like I would just really do a lot of laundry, right, with the Airbnb. That's like what laundry and cleaning the house like 3 times a week. But like outside of that, right, I would just like be playing video games. And if I wasn't going to like concerts or going, I mean, I had a lot of time to like go out to lunches with friends or dinners.
Mhm.
So I was really kind of just, I don't know, being a lot more social. But when I wasn't doing that and I was at home, I was wasting a lot of time playing video games. And I was
Right.
like,
It's easy to do.
yeah. And then, getting into the trappings of my inner thinking, just like, oh shit, like, okay, so I've got this Airbnb, but I'm not really like growing and developing, I kind of realized
As a person?
yeah, like in my like knowledge and my skill set and my, I guess, personal and professional development. I mean, I worked out less, I think, even though I had more time and I was eating less healthy because I was always going out to eat.
Mm-hmm.
But I was being more social and I was having fun and like, right, time you enjoy wasting is
Right.
like wasted time. And I was like, probably one of those things where it's like, you look back, you probably want to do something different, but like also no regrets, right?
Right.
Just,
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time like, because when I'm playing Fortnite too, a lot of times it's like with a friend, so like you're also talking. I'm realizing one of the traps too is it's so social, Sure, all the
Right.
friends are playing Xbox and like, do you work or do you play Xbox? Are you
You getting your
studying?
little party together. You're
Yeah. And it's just, I was really like, okay, so what should I do? Should I try financial advising, right? Should I start working? There's this startup
more
advisory.
productive. Quote unquote productive with your
Meeting
time.
more people. And then I was also like, and I could really, it's like I'm having fun, but I could have a lot more fun, because like I couldn't travel internationally every month on that Airbnb money, right? Like there's
It's a lot of money to travel internationally, huh?
right. Yeah.
I've never
like,
done it.
yeah, it's probably $3,000 a trip, easy. If you want to travel internationally, you probably want to do
back and forth. Like if I have $3,000 in my pocket right now, I can go on an international trip and have a good time.
have a good time. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, man.
That doesn't seem very much.
Okay, then. I mean,
that seems.
you could spend $5,000 and have an even better time.
Yeah,
like
but
a really good time. $3,000 is, I mean, you're still going out to eat, right? But like you're not like staying at the nicest places. You're still
I don't need
shopping
that.
for
Give
deals.
me a
You're still
hostel.
shopping for deals.
I'll take a hostel
Then
and
I mean, you
street
can
food.
cut down your expenses a lot more. The most expensive thing, like, are tickets. Like round trip tickets to Indonesia right now in December are like $1,800.
Is that a lot? 1,800 rats round trip.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that-
think the lowest my
1,800
girlfriend's
round
seen
trip.
is like 1,400.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, but sometimes it jumps up to like 1,900. I think close to 2,000.
Is
And
that the spot, Indonesia?
I think so. I mean, so Bali is like, right, every, I don't know, Instagram influencers like.
I'm not an Instagram
Wet
influencer.
dream.
I don't need to know about.
But do you know Bali?
I don't know.
Right, it's
Isn't
like,
that Bollywood?
No, well, Bollywood, I think
Is
is
that,
more reference
India?
to like Indian.
Is Bali in India?
No, Bali is in Indonesia.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Bali is this
Oh.
island.
Oh,
Indonesia
okay.
is like
sorry, how ignorant am I? I was thinking it was India.
Shit.
Okay.
yeah, no, BALI.
Okay.
Damn, I just started getting into Instagram like this year.
You don't
so-
follow me.
Oh shoot! I need to follow you.
I probably need to follow you. I don't think we follow each other.
Okay.
How dare you? You're on my podcast and you don't follow me?
I need to do more research.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Anyway,
So you're on
it's a
Instagram.
beautiful place,
Yeah.
right? It's got like waterfalls everywhere. It's all mountainous, but it's an island, so you got coast everywhere too.
Mhm.
Cheap food. It's just delicious street food. I mean, there's a lot of countries like this, but Bali especially is, I think, where a lot of people go. It's like it's been such a tourist destination now, but there's also islands around it. The Komodo Dragon Island is also in Indonesia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so you have to like take like a couple boats to get there, and I think they're actually shutting it down for a while, for like a few years, because let it repopulate. Too many tourists have been going there, but
Makes sense.
yeah, they're shutting it down after this year. But I mean, it's just the cliche, like one of the most picturesque, like bucket list spots, in the world.
I want to go off the beaten path. I would want to
Okay.
do like if I were to do it, I would go alone, and I don't want to
Mhm.
go to a touristy area.
Yeah.
I would go to Indonesia, but like somewhere that's like really small, like at a
Okay.
hostel, and do like
Yeah.
more local type stuff, and like not a place that's catering to
Mhm.
tourists. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like get into the
Go
culture,
to the
get
island
into-
next to
yeah.
Bali, actually.
I would think that'd be even flooded with. I'd want to go like
It's
No.
starting to get more flooded, but it's still like,
yeah.
it's the more beaten path option of like I guess you could go to I think there's like a bigger main island. But that you don't have as many waterfalls.
Yeah.
And,
Somewhere where Indonesians go to vacation.
where would that be?
You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
live there. Where do
I'll have
they
to ask
go?
her.
Like, what's the biggest city
Uh-huh.
in Indonesia?
Right.
And then say where do those rich people, or not rich people, where do those people tend to travel
Yeah.
when they want a vacation?
Mm-hmm. Within the country, yeah.
Right.
Where do they go? That's a good one.
Yeah.
Because they might not be wanting to go to Bali, or maybe they do.
Right. And if they do, then all right, I guess I'll.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's kind of like us going to like Vegas, right? Like, where do the
Right.
Americans go? Oh, still Vegas. Like, if you're telling someone internationally,
Everybody does say Vegas, but that's not like their number.
or like,
yeah,
or
but-
Denver, or like Chicago, the big cities.
Yeah. I think people say California a lot.
California,
San Diego,
I should have
LA.
said that first. Yeah.
People love.
Yeah. New York, LA.
New York,
I
yep.
should have started those two. Yeah.
Yeah, or I don't know. I hear a lot of people saying Destin, Florida, or
Really?
the Keys.
Really? I don't hear that at all, but I see it in the population job growth numbers.
Yeah.
A lot of people talk about investing in there.
They're saying Kansas City's blown up as far as
Yeah.
cool cities go. Not for
Mhm.
vacationing, but I've heard people call us the next Austin.
Yeah. That's actually the kind of go-to. I was like, well, we might not, ever be Denver, but we could be like the next Austin.
You think we can be Denver?
Denver's got mountains. So like
Oh, sure. I mean, whatever that word would be.
So I mean
Geologically,
we're both centrally-ish located, right? We're more central, but Denver's got the
attraction of the
the
mountains.
geographical advantage, because so I worked for like a government tech startup actually for a year and a half. I would travel around to like a lot of different cities, meeting with city planners and planning departments, try and get them to use more data, right? Look at all these places, but a lot of times we're just talking about the development of cities and like just like theory, right? Just like what makes one city more attractive than another city. There's like some fluid things like jobs or culture,
Attractive as far as what sense? For
like what makes people
the
want to
general
move
public
there.
to move there? Okay.
Right, because think about like the economy, the United
Well,
States.
Denver was they legalized it, and they're in the mountains.
that helped too, right? So there's
I mean, that
two
had to be a
huge
big boom.
factors there, right? And Instagram makes living by the mountains even more. Right?
Instagram must be a big influence of where people want to move, huh?
I kind of think so. I kind of think a lot of people, like just what I'm starting to see now, like I'm just like, this is a whole, like riot. Like everybody's just trying to take the best pictures and like
People are dying
over
these
trying to do eating poisonous animals live on.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good
Yeah,
one. I'm
and
just talking
dying.
about hanging over the side of a mountain and
Or
then
that.
falling off, or a train or something.
Yeah, exactly. Taking pictures on train tracks or
Just for a picture.
yeah.
What's the
Mhm.
craziest thing you've done? You're not balls deep in Instagram quite yet, are you?
No, I have like
So have you-
6 posts.
Yeah. So you haven't done anything
It's
quite.
mostly just food.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. No, I'm not. I'm really more just kind of like I'm like studying it.
Yeah.
I was
It's
kind of.
interesting.
I've just been missing. I was like for the longest time, I don't want to be big. I don't into this like liking circle jerk of
Right.
like nonsense.
Be careful. There's a lot of thirst traps out there.
There are, yeah,
A
it's
lot
terrible.
of them out there.
It is terrible.
Yeah.
Too many temptations everywhere.
Yep.
Too. Yeah, Instagram can be
A lot of selfies.
yeah.
A lot of selfies. Be
Yeah.
careful of the profiles where it's like nothing but selfies.
Mhm.
Those are the ones you got to steer away from.
Yeah, yeah. It can be.
I mean, in life, you can like their stuff on Instagram, but
Be careful. Huh?
be careful in real life and IRL with the selfie. It's the selfie queen. Or
Wisdom
king.
noted. Wisdom noted. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's also really nice. Like, nothing to do with Instagram. Just being by the mountains, right? If you like hiking, right, you're gonna choose
I'm
Denver.
a hunter.
You're gonna choose.
I want to go out there. I'd love to go out there and hunt elk in the
Okay.
mountains. Oh,
Damn. Yeah.
oh, elk's delicious.
Really? I don't think I've ever had it.
Oh, it's the best. Oh,
Okay.
it's so good.
Okay.
Any wild game is just so
Yeah.
good eating.
Maybe I like eating duck. I've never hunted duck, but
Duck's good.
yeah, I could go for some of that. The only time I've been hunting was like boar hunting.
Oh, cool.
Down in Oklahoma.
Oh, cool. That'd be
And,
fun. Did you get one?
Well, I shot it. You could hear it squeal. I
Uh-huh.
didn't get like neck shot, and
Did you do that at nighttime?
yeah, it was like my friend had a thermal scope.
Oh,
and,
wow.
I didn't get, or like my gun malfunctioned during the day.
Oh,
I got a
no.
bullet that like separated from like the casing.
Oh, wow.
Like it was. Oh, I don't know what happened, but like it like jammed the gun. I was like, yeah. So I was like, my day's shit, right? Like
Uh-huh.
because we were out there for like 8-9 hours.
Oh,
But I mean, I was like, whatever, just chill. I think I was probably listening to Gary Vee podcasts.
people like him. Entrepreneurs like that guy.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised you like him.
And I was like, okay, this is kind of just being out, in wilderness is nice. But yeah, no, the boar, they ended up finding it the next day after we had left,
Oh,
like
good.
with the next group. I was like, son of a bitch, because you still have to pay for it,
Right.
And,
And you miss out on all that meat.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good stuff.
No, I was like,
Did anybody you were with get
yeah,
one?
yeah. And
Did you get some meat from it?
Yeah, from other people. But
How good is that stuff?
yeah, dude, it was pretty good. I think that it was like some beef or boar jerky,
Oh, no,
and then
no.
some pulled boar for other cuts, and
Oh, man. The pork loins are good. The sausage is so good.
the sausage.
That's where it's at right there.
Yeah. No, I think we're thinking about going down there again in October.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but
Bring a bow next time.
oh damn, you go bow hunting?
That's what I do. Yeah.
Damn. I have another friend who works at Bass Pro who's super into bows.
Yeah.
I was like, I could get into that shit.
It's
That would
addicting.
be
It's good
really-
shit. Oh, yeah.
Damn,
Where do you
yeah,
live? Kansas? And you're on Missouri. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bow hunting season starts today.
No way. Wow, what a coincidence. All right.
Starts today, goes till January 15th.
Yeah.
So you have a long time for bow hunting. That's
Okay.
like one of the great things about it. Rifle hunting is only like a week and a half long or something like that.
Oh. I know nothing about hunting
Right, right.
seasons.
Yeah. Anyways. So what's next for you? So you're kind of working. You were saying something about do you volunteer or something or?
Yeah, actually. So
Is that what your shirt is?
I'm wearing the shirt. Yeah.
OB
the
Network?
OB Network. It's kind of a networking group that we started with the nonprofit Operation Breakthrough. So
What's that?
It's on 31st and Truce. It's a pre kind of early childhood education center that is really kind of a daycare for the kids, but also does after school services. It's completely free.
Oh, cool.
Right? And so, it's a lottery system. They always have to, turn down families because they have more families applying than they have
Of
spots
course.
for. They could only house 400 children.
Like
last year,
a semester or a year or what? How does that work?
Yeah, and so I honestly, I think they just throughout the school year, they have like the school age children that are grades like 1 through 5 maybe, or like there after school, until their parents can pick them up at like 5:30. Then they also have, I think, the pre-K. I'm really bad with ages.
It's all good.
But
You don't
I
have to
think
get
it's the
exact.
pre-K people during the day, right? And so
Uh-huh.
that's kind of where, they have classes.
Okay.
They do,
I
meals for the
gotcha.
kids.
Oh, nice.
They have like a food pantry for the parents, and it's kind of like a take whatever you need because their philosophy is like you can't give pasta to someone who doesn't have a working stove, right? Like they know what's going to work for their family, kind of thing. They provide like basic essentials, toiletries, you know, stuff like feminine hygiene products that like food stamps can't cover, or like they also have like nurses from Children's Mercy that kind of have like a clinic there.
Oh wow.
That can like check on the kids.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And, you know, they have clothes for them. They've got, you know, gifts like birthday gift sets that they put together because, you know, sometimes the moms can't, you know, get their kids a birthday gift, right? So they do a holistic kind of approach to helping these kids and helping these families, including even job services for the parents. And then so we're trying to start a networking group where, you know, because we're all like professionals, where we see, you know, there's a lot of networking groups for business people that have no purpose other than to network. And it's like, well, what if we could organize a happy hour, have, you know, part of the profits from our group go back to Operation Breakthrough. So, you know, so we're networking, we're financially helping them, but we're also connecting more people, spreading word of mouth about our volunteer opportunities, right? Because we always have more needs for volunteers. And so, and then there's also another aspect where it's like to be, you know, anybody can come to our events, right? They're going to be public happy hours, just join us. But we also want to grow a group of what we just called members, like paying members. So the Spotify approach, $10 a month, you know, you don't have to pay $10,000, write a big check to make a difference, right? If you do $10 a month, you know, about $100 a year, or the idea is if we get 100 members, you know, at $10 a month, that's $1,000 a month, you know, $12,000 a year out of almost nothing, right? Out of just a collective of 100 people. And we've gotten to about, I want to say like 80 some people over the last year.
Oh, nice.
And like our goal is like
100, almost there.
Yeah. Actually, I should get, I think we might be close. We just had like a fundraising event where we did trivia night. And then we had like, I think Deloitte sponsored, did a big sponsorship. And I think they raised like $4,000 to $5,000 from that night. And so I don't know how many members they got from that night. But yeah, just so all this $10 a month adds up, right? We have some members that do $20, $50 a month. And it's just cool, you know, it's kind of cool. We just started this August of last year.
Oh, nice. So it's fairly new.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I love
and
it.
it's like, you know, like it's, I think kind of some of the administration there's like, we need some new life, you know, where's our next generation of donors going to come from? Because I think the idea too is like this over 10 years now, some of us young professionals are going to be executives at some companies and like actually have some sway to maybe get another Deloitte to, you know, come in and really kind of help, you know, get this place more funding, right? Because now they bought the building across the street from a lot of donations, built a bridge across it. So that was the whole bridging truce, you know, it was like symbolic, but it's also like you just want the kids to not have to cross the street, a busy street, to get from one side of the building to the next. And, you know, so that increased the amount of kids they were able to serve from 400 to 700.
Nice.
You know, and you just imagine, right? Like, I think operations like this, when I think of like, how far does your money go when you're donating to like Red Cross and there's a bunch of administrative costs, you know, so much bureaucracy that like a lot of money is actually being wasted versus a small organization like this, and it's local and, you know, helps people in your community, but also like so much, like your dollar goes so far there. Right. And it's just like I think the city needs more services like this. And so how do we spread the word, you know, how do we get more people to know it's right here? Because a lot of people have no clue. Like, I didn't know about it, you know, before my real estate agent introduced me to, you know, the group she was with that kind of participated in helping Operation Breakthrough.
Dude, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
How can people donate? Operation Breakthrough Network?
Yeah, so
like if like people right now listening or watching, where would you send them so they could get involved somehow or donate?
Oh gosh, I'm a little rusty on my instructions for like going to like operationbreakthrough.com. Then there's a part about
I guess
the OB network.
Is that, I mean, if they just have the website, I'm sure they can figure it out from there. People, is operationbreakthroughnetwork.com?
I think that's what, no, just operationbreakthrough.com.
Okay.
And that's the actual nonprofit. And then on one tab should be the OB network.
Okay.
And then from there, you'll see, click to join as a member now, right?
Okay.
You can just use a credit card. And
Is there a one-time donation people could
you can do? Yeah, you could do a one-time
There's all
donation.
kinds of things?
Yeah, kind of whatever you want. There's no like you can just sign up, do your $10 and then cancel your membership.
Every little bit counts.
Yeah, every little bit counts, like for real. I think, and really, if you want to like us on Facebook, right, or we have an Instagram page. It's admittedly not very active, but yeah, just Operation Breakthrough, or on Facebook, I think it's just the OB Network. But yeah, no, it's a great organization. Yeah, I think I'm just big into volunteerism now. Just like no matter kind of what time you have or like what you can give.
What kind of volunteer work are they looking for? Like, what would that kind of consist of?
They have events like what we're having a Halloween kind of. I forget the name of it, but it's just kind of like a Halloween for all the little kids.
Trunk or treat thing?
Yeah, trunk or treat, where businesses will like set up booths and they just hand out candy.
Yeah.
And so they have these 400, now 700 kids, and they give them all costumes.
Oh, wow.
So everybody has a costume if they need one. And then they get to go around because a lot of the times like they don't want to be doing trick-or-treating in their neighborhoods. Where they're at, and so this is a really good way for them to still get their treats in, and then we have little activities. So we have one-time events like this all throughout the year.
Oh, nice.
Right? And you can just help in any way you can, or we have kind of more regular, kind of like what I do. It's like every Monday you can choose one day a week, go there, for like an hour and a half, and just work with the kids. Like they always need help. Like even if you have like you don't know what you do, because I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, yeah, like it seems kind of cool. Like, do I have to be qualified? And they're like, no, like we just need a body in the room to help monitor the kids, because it's a lot of stress for one instructor to be watching 20 rowdy kids. And like these kids are asking for their help, and then then you got this kid and then this kid.
I got two little kids. I know how it is.
Yeah. So you multiply that, and it's in a
very overwhelming,
rambunctious environment. So you're kind of there, just like be peacekeeper,
right?
Like, hey, okay, wait 1 second, I don't even know, like I'm gonna have to ask Mr. Jad, but we'll wait a second, and you're like just doing that. And then sometimes, so I'm in the what they call the smart lab, so they've got computers there where they can do kind of like educational games, but then a lot of times they use it just for like YouTube or. It's surprising how much these kids learn from YouTube, honestly.
That's the future of education.
I really think so,
I mean, yeah. People are probably sick of me saying this on the podcast, but I'm going to say it again. When I started this podcast, I researched what was the best equipment for it.
Okay.
But that was it. I didn't realize, I didn't even know how to turn my computer on when I bought it. I just knew that's what I needed to get.
Really?
I didn't even know how to turn it on. I knew nothing.
You've got quite the setup.
Thanks, man. I didn't know how to do any of this, and I just YouTubed. How do I use this? How do I do that? How do I, and that's. I tell people I got like probably like a 2-year community college education on YouTube for free, doing all this stuff.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, that's the future. I mean, anything you want to learn, it's on there. Kids are figuring that out.
Thank God. Hopefully it's like less college,
right?
Like college debt,
right?
And student loans.
Less college in general, just the way.
Less college,
Not to get political, but just the way that it's kind of become like this divisive place. It seems it's getting more and more divisive. The more with this political climate getting kind of to what it is. I have a 21. She's almost 22-year-old sister.
Okay.
And she goes to the University of Michigan, and she's very active in the political. She's conservative, and she's been called all kinds of crazy things, white supremacist, and she's 100% not even close to that. But she tells me these stories of the divisiveness on there, and just what the professors are like, how biased they are, and how they treat certain groups and opposed to others. Just like college is becoming I don't know. I've got I got young kids. I don't know that I'm going to push them towards college.
It's a breeding ground for that kind of like judgment and
it's
like clique formation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess whenever I graduated in 2014, so before Trump, and I think I didn't really think about the effect he's had on.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's probably just
I
accelerated.
think Obama had a lot of
Yeah.
it too. A lot of people didn't like Obama. A lot of people didn't like
Yeah.
Obama. A lot of people. Nobody
Mm.
ever. And it's half the people always hate the president.
Yeah.
It's always going to be
Sure, I just don't think I ever felt any divisiveness when I was at UMKC.
right.
Or maybe it's even UMKC is just, maybe it's still not as like, because
It's not
it's
a
more of a
huge
commuter
university. Yeah,
campus.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like everybody's so in each other's business
Right,
all the
right.
time.
I'm talking more of
right
like the campus.
Right,
I think maybe
right,
like the campus,
right.
like there's
Uh-huh.
the universities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess I didn't really see the divisiveness back then.
UMKC would be cool.
Yeah,
A ruse.
Yeah, right. Go Ruse.
Yeah.
Lots of diversity there. Met lots of interesting people from all walks of life. Sometimes I think, what would it be like to go to a big school like University of Michigan,
Mhm.
something where there's just tons of people. That
Yeah.
college experience, I think, is totally different
Yeah.
at one of those
Just
places.
going to a whole. You're basically moving to a city with all people your age.
Right. Yeah. A whole town surrounded by other.
And then, except for on Saturday when it's
20-year-olds.
football day, it turns into
Uh-huh.
this crazy place. I've gone to some Michigan games and some Michigan State games.
Yeah.
And it is,
It's wild.
it's awesome. It's so
Yeah.
cool to go to a major university on football day because you got all the alums. You got people
Uh-huh.
that are from
The dads.
the
grandpas,
dads, the
yeah.
grandpas, and they all congregate and do big tents and have like huge buffets of food and frying turkeys and
Mhm.
alcohol galore. And this is like 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning. People are getting their party on.
Damn. Yeah. I don't know if I could hang these days.
Sure you can. You're at these
Yeah.
EDM parties. You just
Yeah,
have
but
to
it's
skip
just
out
a,
on that.
it's a 3-hour binge. It's not an all. I'm bad at the all day.
Oh, yeah?
I
See,
can't.
That's the culture. That's
Yeah,
that
yeah.
college culture there on the campus is the
Right.
all day binge.
Yeah.
The Saturday
yeah.
drinking at 8 or 9 with Bloody
No,
Marys.
even tailgating at the Chiefs games. I feel like I was like, I gotta take it slow. I can't just crush these beers one after the next.
Yeah.
They're like, you guys like. Man, some people can really put down some beer, but I'm not one of the, I'm more take a couple shots, get drunk really quick. And,
All right. Not mad at that. Everyone's got their own style.
Yeah.
A lot of different drinking styles out there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Operation Breakthrough sounds amazing.
Yeah.
That's how did you get involved? You just
My realtor, was like,
but you just wanted something to.
yeah. I mean, I had kind of always, I don't know, been in that, like in college. I would go help be like an assistant debate coach and
Wow.
work with some of these schools like Lee A. Tolbert Community Academy or Sumner, and work with like young debaters. And yes, Lee A. Tolbert's I think middle school range or maybe like 6th grade, and then so kind of just like I liked that. I missed that giving back to the community, like I felt like I was like helping, right? And I was like, I was like, in my year of kind of just like retirement, what am I doing with my life? Like I got this Airbnb, but I'm not doing anything with my time. Like, I could also make a difference in a lot of ways here, right? It doesn't have to be change the world, tomorrow, but it can be, help out,
Impact
right
your local.
here. Yeah.
one, yeah.
So I think it was like a desire for that, and then my real estate agent, who we're actually like really close, like we knew each other from college. She, we went to study abroad together in Europe, and then she had like reached out to me. What are you doing? Oh, I'm looking to buy a house. Oh, I just got my real estate license.
Oh yeah. Oh cool.
Kind of
Nice.
like perfect. So we've been really close, and then. She's like, hey, like we have these grapevine luncheons. They're usually kind of people like 50 plus. But, it's just talking about Operation Breakthrough. I think, kind of what you're saying with, your debate stuff. You might want to, come check it out. And I was like, yeah, no, this, I'm not doing anything better with my time other than cleaning and playing video games. And so I was like, all right, I was like, yeah, how can I, jump into it? Can I just volunteer regularly, right? So they're like, yeah, come like, so Mondays 4 to 5:30, it's just what I've been doing. And then they're like, hey, we have this staff member here that wants to create this networking group, and she needs some help. So it's just in like the idea stage, right? So, we kind of created our own, board. And so I was the membership chair. And then we were like, how do we divide up all the work on like, planning the happy hours, right? Being like the social media chair, the events chair, the philanthropy. We'd like set up donation drives at universities or workplaces and collect a bunch of items. So it's really, kind of like working with no budget, just seeing what businesses would like host a happy hour for us. And then, so like I was just doing that on top of the volunteering and, just like was getting into it more and more. And it's just, I mean, and honestly, like even it's just fun to be there like with the kids, cause like, it's just like another kind of step back from all your other, crap and stresses and stuff. And you're just there like figuring out what to do with some Legos, that like, or sometimes they might fuss or, it's not always perfect.
For sure.
I don't want to make it sound like it's just all
kids
funny
are kids.
things. Yeah, kids are kids. But no, it's rewarding and definitely a place that needs a lot of help. And I think a lot of people can be of help and just don't know. Because I honestly, like when I was working at Cerner,
how are you supposed to know about this stuff?
Yeah, I was like, I would have loved to do something like this, where they're flexible. You could volunteer on a Saturday, kind of like I would do like harvesters back in college, go sort stuff for an hour on a Saturday morning. I was like, that was like because I went with some friends, right? And it was pretty fun experience. And I was like, I kind of want to do more of that stuff.
Right on.
And I kind of just took foothold in there. And now it's a pretty big part of kind of what I work on, I guess.
Wow.
So that's what's next with, the volunteering side. On the business side, really, so the financial advisor thing, selling life insurance, right? It's like I talk to a lot of people when they ask me, what would you do? I'm 22, 24, out of college, like got a couple grand. It's like, well, the stock market, like maybe I'm wrong and the recession does happen soon. I don't want to be the guy that tells you to put it in the stock market, right? Buying life insurance if you don't have dependents doesn't really make sense. It can be good kind of like tax. I don't even want to say the wrong things because I'm so rusty on the exact verbiage. But basically, it locks your money up for 10 years. You might get a good return on it. There's some tax advantages, but my biggest recommendation to people was like, I would buy real estate. You're in Kansas City, you're making good money. You got enough for a down payment. It's only 3% down for a lot of people, and it's better than paying rent. That's kind of what I was tired of. I was in a apartment downtown. So it's like I just telling people my story, and now that's why I'm getting into the mortgage lending and really like, I'm already telling people about, it's like, I went from college to Cerner, bought a house in Hyde Park right by the Nelson Atkins Museum for like $160. It was a 6-bedroom house. I rented out 2 bedrooms to like some friends. It was helping me pay my mortgage, right? And then sold that house for $200. And then use that money to get the West Plaza Airbnb. And it's just like, I mean, you don't have to take those exact steps, but like, there's a lot of ways you can play this game where, you can come out ahead and like a lot more than what you would get if you're just renting a place. There's no upside there. And so like, I just wanted to, I'm already telling people what I would do. I wouldn't buy stocks. I would just try to get in your own place, big enough to where, if you're comfortable renting it out, or even or a small place that's mortgage is less than your rent, right? And at least start building equity. And so wanting to build up this mortgage business, had my license for like 4 months now, closed my first deal a couple weeks ago.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. And then, got another one closing next week.
Wow.
And 2 more that, are like basically 30 days away from, so it'd be October. And so that's starting to build up, and it's kind of where everything is finding synergy, all the dots are connecting, right? It's like my finance undergrad, it's like my real estate experience, and then even my teaching experience, just walking people through the financial process, all the different steps of getting a mortgage, getting a house, what factors to consider, and really kind of helping people build equity, because I was like, man, there's so many places I want to invest in Kansas City, but if I can't invest there, how do I get a piece of it, honestly, right? It's just like, well, I'm already telling people, it's like, I like this area. You should, I was like, if I'm not going to get this house, but it's a good deal, you should get this house. And then, mortgage loan officers on average make like 1% commission on a loan. So there's also a financial aspect of it where if I can, build up a big enough book of business and then use that to acquire more real estate, then my retirement can be more, instead of like just going to concerts every weekend, it'd be like going to different countries every weekend, right? Because I've already, I think, structured the lifestyle the way I want it, where there's no 9 to 5, there's a lot of freedom. But now it's like, okay, now how do I increase the income so I can have more, I like the off the beaten path stuff, but it's still, the flights are just expensive.
Sure.
And also, sometimes be bougie and like
Hey,
splurge
I'm not mad at that.
and,
I'm not against being bougie.
Yeah.
I'll be catered on.
Yeah.
Rub my feet, young Thai
excess.
lady. Yeah.
Right. Everybody can enjoy like a $15 massage, right?
Heck yeah. I don't care how it ends.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So you're saying people can hire? Do people hire you to do stuff?
To do stuff.
I don't know. Be their financial advisor, or just life insurance? Is that just kind of?
Yeah, it's
life
more just like
thing?
life insurance now. Now there's a company. It's a different
Like
model.
if I want to learn how to make some money, can I come to you?
Yeah. That's just, I just feel like I can, like, I'm always talking about these business ideas, right? Or like, what do you want to do? How do you want to monetize it? What's the best way to monetize it?
Okay.
Like that's kind of just how my brain works. As far as hiring me to like close their mortgage, to help them finance a house,
Yeah.
right? So there's that kind of hiring, or to buy a life insurance policy, and to get advice on like kind of what policy makes the most sense in your situation, if you need it. This company now, it's more like they are already running ads on like like life insurance.
Is somebody here? Hold on. Oh, I heard the click. Now we're going. That was one of my more unprofessional moments in my
Happens to us
podcasting
all.
career. Apparently, I double booked and I didn't write their name down, and they
Oh,
just came
man.
knocking at the door.
Oh,
What the
man.
heck? So,
Your first double book?
accidental. I've had double
Accidental.
books before,
Okay.
but purposefully.
Oh,
this
so
was
it's
the
like,
first,
I don't
like-
know if someone's gonna flake out. So
Oh
I
my
might
god! I
as
was
well.
freaking out. I was like, "Who the heck would be?" Because
Yeah, who would be knocking?
well, that's the thing. There's
Did I park
there-
wrong somewhere?
I do have a couple people that would be knocking that I don't want to see.
Right. Okay.
So I was like,
Yeah.
"This isn't gonna be."
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, "Who are you?" Like, they were like, "Neanderthal podcast." I'm like, "Yeah." Who are you? I was like, "Oh shoot, I'm so sorry." So,
Yeah.
anyways, so we got interrupted by my fault. But you were in the middle of pimping yourself there at the end on how people can kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just if you're any and all interested, about real estate or any Operation Breakthrough, my email. Should I just drop my email?
Whatever you want, man. Yeah.
You do like
Prepare for the
Alex
dick pics.
Chang at loandepot.com or loandepot.com/Alex Chang for the website, with all my contact information. And, I'd love to help out. Just talk real estate, even if you don't want to buy a house and you're just like curious, like I'm totally fine. Just,
Nice.
meeting anybody for a coffee that wants to talk about Airbnbs or rental
Yeah.
properties or buying their first house or doing, fix and flip, or I'm going to like real estate seminars now where I learn how people are wholesaling properties. Like there's so many different ways you can play the game, where it's like, and we have such a good opportunity here in Kansas City, so there's the Operation Breakthrough. We could always use more help. If you find us on social media anywhere and just reach out, you'll get directed to us somehow,
Right on.
even if my instructions were bad, just, like you said, hopefully just figure it out. Go on
Figure it
Google,
out. People
Operation
are
Breakthrough,
smart.
Kansas City. It's this little sunshine logo.
I know the
This
yeah.
this is really more just their logo, and then we added the network part.
Right.
For our bit. But yeah, really cool. Just trying to put together young professionals, connect with other like-minded people that like
Right.
to have fun, go out for happy hours, but also, for the kids.
Yeah.
Or you just want to help out more. You can't give money, but you just want to volunteer. Any and all help. You want to donate some things. We've got eventually on our social media, you'll find our Amazon wish list, just like
Okay.
really basic things that's just like, hey, you can just Amazon Prime us some toilet paper. And
Right.
like, we can never get enough of that. And that goes a long way and really helps. And sometimes
Sure.
it's like for the families to take home. And
Right on.
yeah. So any advice, like help that you think I could, be of, like, yeah, feel free to reach out.
That's awesome.
Definitely. I just like you kind of like, just like meeting new people, getting people's stories. I always
Right.
feel like I can learn something from someone, even
Oh,
if
yeah.
it's in a unrelated industry, I'm curious about everything.
Right.
So yeah, that's my spiel. There's
That's a good spiel. Alex, you've given me a lot to think about.
cool.
Saving up for like a cool trip. Just kind of
If
exploring.
you need any help planning that,
Yeah.
happy to give some
Heck yeah.
suggestions. Look up any
I need-
immunizations you need, right?
Yeah.
Any shots
Yeah.
you need before you
Crazy
go.
malaria medicine or anything like that.
Right. Check, make sure your passport,
Yeah.
your visa, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But international, I think, is definitely it's like
I need to broaden my
eye-opening.
horizons.
Yeah, perspective, all that good stuff.
I've been around the country a lot, but I haven't. I mean, Canada and Mexico doesn't really
Okay.
count. So
Yeah.
I would like to go check out some cool beaches and some crazy looking
Mhm,
water with some
mhm.
fun looking fish.
Yeah,
That's what I want. That's
Oh,
what I
gosh.
need that in my life, Alex.
Yeah.
I need it.
I just got back from Colombia this summer for my buddy who lives in Denver, his wedding. And, so like the water is warm. Like you go out on the beach,
Oh yeah.
water's like almost warmer than body temperature.
Oh, wow.
You're just like, oh, this feels weird, but good.
Yeah.
But like weird,
Yeah.
it's like that. Did someone pee next to you, perpetually? But, no, beautiful fish, right? Beautiful food,
Right.
beautiful women.
Ooh.
It's just like Colombia's a good time.
Boom, boom.
And very inexpensive too. It's like a 3,000 to 1 exchange rate. But like, your cheeseburger might be like 9,000, so like $3. But there's some stuff that can be really, really cheap. Like
Yeah.
your Ubers are only, 6,000 or 5,000.
$1.50 or $2.
Yeah, right. And you're for like a 15-minute ride. Like it's
They got Uber down there.
yeah, they got Uber down there, man. We
Wow.
were Ubering everywhere. It was great. And then they got cabs everywhere too. So
Sure.
sometimes really late, it's like, shoot, no more Ubers. Whoa, it's like, okay, just call a cab.
Right on.
But yeah, no, very, very fun place to go. Do you speak any other languages?
Do I?
Yeah, Spanish, French,
Nope.
nada.
I'm just an ignorant American.
Classic American.
Basic white dude.
Yeah.
Just ignorant.
Colombia is
arrogant,
a very, very good motivation to learn some Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to fuck around with some Spanish. I need to.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to. I've tried, but it's hard to try with no one else when no one wants to
Mhm.
try with you.
Yeah,
Because you need someone to bounce it off with.
Right. I think in Colombia, right, you'd be the I don't even the outlier.
Oh yeah.
Right. The fun, exciting,
Oh yeah.
the
The foreigner.
foreigner. Yeah, the
Yeah.
person that's a little different from everybody else. Yeah.
Yeah, that is the nice thing about going away is being a
Mhm.
foreigner.
Yeah.
Everyone loves a foreigner.
Even in Asia, yeah, dude, like you got all the people that just like probably look up, like you'd be a giant there, right? And then of course, like
Not
you
me.
just-
I'm
you-
not. Maybe I don't know.
No,
I need to go find out.
The average height there is much lower than here. So
Yeah.
everybody and of course, yeah, just being like a white American, you stick out, and then everybody kind of like you might be asked to take selfies with.
I'll take selfies all
yeah,
day.
Yeah, feel
Give
like a
me a little-
celebrity. It's cool.
Give me a cute little Asian girl.
Yeah, have some fun.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot that would
Like
that would be the
there-
willing participant.
There we go.
The partner, if you will.
Well, on that note, Alex, I appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on the
This
show.
was cool, man. Can we
This
get a
was-
fist bump from you?
Yeah, fist bump. I
Boom,
like it.
schlock, boom.
All right, for the cameras.
For the cameras and just for me in general.
Cool.
I like to get some fist bumps.
Nice.
Charlie, Hassan Hassassin, thank you for running cams again.
Thank you.
We're out of here. Peace.
All right, peace.
Stop streaming, homie. Boom.